guys, it's Darius, and I'm back with another video about theater. Now, theater is storytelling using your entire body, from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. And there's a lot of things we do in theater to help us get ready to tell a story, like I told you about in my last video when we talked about tongue twisters. But today we're going to talk about something called character work. Now, what does that mean? Well, we know what a character is. A character is any person in a story that helps that story move along, right? Okay. Character work, though, is figuring out how all of those different characters move, walk, and sound. Today, though, we're just going to talk about how the characters sound. So, in order to do this, we're going to work with one of my favorite fairy tales. Little Red Riding Hood. It's one of my favorite stories. So, we're going to talk about three characters in particular. Number one, Little Red, the title character, of course. Number two, the grandmother. And number three, the wolf. Now, a lot of people think that wolf is the big bad wolf from the Three Little Pigs. I don't know if they're the same wolf. They could be brothers. Who knows? They both do really big and bad things. Anyway, so one of my favorite things to do is to figure out how a character sounds, what they might sound like if they were talking to you. So, let's start with Little Red. We already know what Little Red kind of looks like. She's small, she's a girl, she wears a Red Riding Hood. So those are some things that we can start with. Little, girl, and Red Riding Hood. Now, the Red Riding Hood is just clothes, so we're not going to worry about clothes. That's more about costumes. But if I were to think about Little Red, I would have to think about how small she is. So I would probably have to make my voice smaller, which means it would be much softer. You can still hear me, but it's much softer than it was before. And because she's a girl, her voice is probably much higher than mine. So, if I were Little Red, I would probably speak something like this. Dear Little Red, I want you to come and visit me. I'm not feeling very well. I hope you can bring nice goodies for me to feel better. Love, Grandma. I think I'll go visit my grandmother today. So, as you can hear, I sound like this. But Little Red sounds a little bit lighter and a little bit smaller and a lot more ladylike than I do. So, that's one character. Number two, grandmother. Grandmother is also a woman, so she has a lighter voice than mine. But she's also older and she's sick. She's a woman, she's older, and she's sick. So these are three things that we need to know to remember who the grandmother is. So, my voice sounds like this. But I have to lighten my voice to sound more like a woman. So, that's number one. Number two, now that her voice is lighter, we have to make her sound older, which means talking slower and also enunciating some of our words more differently. That's number two. Number three, she's sick. So not only are her words more enunciated and slower and spoken in a different way than someone else, but she's also sick. So we have to make our voice sound very groggly and very much like we've been in bed for a very long time. Hi, Grandma. Oh, hi, Little Red. I'm so glad you're here. See? They sound like two different people. Now, the big one, the bad one, the wolf. Now, if I were going to play a wolf, I would give him a very, very deep voice. His voice would be very, very deep and very, very heavy. My voice is already a little dark, but his would be much darker. And he might have a small whisper here and there. And he might laugh a little mysteriously. I know, scary, right? I promise, I'm still good. So, he would be heavier, but he's also a wolf. So that means he howls a lot. A lot. So that probably means that his voice is also kind of groggly and also very scratchy. So now we've created 3 different characters. I'm Little Red. I'm Grandmother. And I'm the big bad wolf. Which one of these was your favorite character? Send us a response, let us know, and hopefully I can come back and do more theater stuff with you guys. I really love sharing these things with you. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you're staying safe, washing your hands, and enjoying your times with your families. Bye, guys.